Alright, time for some solo gathering in the black zone. It looked like there were some DDoS attacks today. Hopefully this problem is solved for today. I don't really feel like disconnecting in the black zone, but I can only hope. What are the tools that I need? And the axe is missing 45% durability. I guess I'm going to repair that. Why not? All the journals. Prospector. Stone cutter. 2 should be enough, easily. And most importantly, lumberjack journals. Since I'm going to go with the lumberjack gear again. Pork pie is good. 3 invisibility potions should be enough. The trips are not that long. The good old Fort Sterling key. Do I take a 5.2 back? Nah, 5.1 is enough. Lumberjack. 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 Where do I have my bloodletter? Here it is. And a shield. What's the difference? 0.7 difference between tier 6 and tier 7 shield. Or even a bit more, because it wasn't counting my IP. I guess I'll get another pork pie, and it felt like Timberslope Grove was pretty good the last time. I don't remember. Deepwood Pines wasn't that great, but Runvein Bog was good. I guess I'm going to these 2 maps now. And first I'm going to go to Timberslope Grove. If this map is insanely full with resources, then maybe I will go there a second time. It's a pretty long way to get there. Unlike the maps around Lyndhurst. But let's see. Let's see how much money I'm going to make. So far it seems like going for wood around Fort Sterling is worse than going for ore around Lyndhurst. What other options are there? Probably fiber somewhere. Hide should be pretty rough, but I could also try to go for some hide stuff, maybe around Bridgewatch. But everybody should be there, and it should have the lowest hide price of all the towns. Maybe I'm going to take a look at it again. But maybe I'm also just going to switch back to Fort Sterling. Take the free money. I'm not sure. I will see. But I probably will rather try out fibers from somewhere. If I can find a decent location for that. Tier 6 fiber gathering from some Black Zone portal, Black Zone town. Not really Black Zone town. I'm not talking about these villages. Morgana's Rest, Arthur's Rest, and whatever the third one is. Because I don't feel like selling resources there would be that smart. Probably would get lower amounts of silver per piece there. At least I'm assuming that. I haven't taken a look at that. A big tier 6 wood stack. A big 6.1 stone stack. Those are things that I want to gather. I do want to gather those, and the stone stack is very safe because there's a road portal right next to it. I'm not sure if I want to go for the tier 6 wood stack. I would really be in trouble if anybody ganked me there, but nobody should be ganking a tier 6 wood stack. Since nobody valuable would gather that. I think. But I'm not 100% sure if anybody would gank that. There's some mob hiding behind the tree. Somebody gathering it? It's a gatherer. And he's attacking me. He is attacking me! No! Is he in a group? He may be in a group. He has a lot of PvP fame. But he didn't want to share the last 4 pieces of the 6.1 stone. And he wasn't scared to attack, so there's probably a hideout of him here in this map, or he is in a group. Aggressive player. Has 150 million PvP fame more than me. Now the stack is gone. Let's see if I can gather the 6.0 wood stack up there. But being seen, having been seen by this guy, actually not too amazing, considering how aggressive he was. 6.0 wood is basically as valuable as 6.1 stone. So I'm not too sure if I should be going for the wood up there. I'm also not too sure if I should be going for the hide. Maybe I'll try it. There's a lot. It looks pretty good, I would say. 6.1 is actually pretty valuable. I probably should be prioritizing that. Haven't seen any corpses yet either, I think. Let's see how many pieces this has. There were also wolves right next to each other. 1 out of 5, okay. So hide, probably not the way to go. I didn't see any names so far. I really took my time to get here, so it's unlikely that if this gatherer, who may have been in a group, will actually tell his group to come here now, since too much time has passed. Pretty unlikely that I will get ganked here now. But I would definitely be in a pretty bad spot. I would, if I got ganked by invisibility, have to flee into the group dungeon and hope that I can somehow escape through that. So far so good, though. Finding quite a bit of tier 6 wood. Somebody dying there. Not the best sign. I would have liked to go this way. Was my plan to go this way, but I guess I will instead gather the edge of this map. Let's see how many pieces are on this wolf. One out of 5. Okay, I guess I'm going to skip the animals. Fighting them takes so long. Probably not worth it. I would guess that it's worth it if they have like 3 out of 5. I will try the 6.1 animals, but I think I'm going to skip the tier 6 animals in this map at least. But let's see, let's see. If stuff seems to be suspiciously full, I will again try to kill... I mean, there are 2 animals at once, so I think I'm going to go for this. Relatively efficient. Going to tank the spout because I don't want to lose my mount, and I also don't want to get aggro of the other mobs. 1 out of 5 again. 3 out of 5. Maybe not all the animals are completely empty. I think so much time has passed already that I can go the way that I originally desired to go. 5 out of 5. Finding tons of wood. And I already got a lumberjack tome. Pretty good. Do I kill this wolf? I think I do. I found one with 3 out of 5. One out of 5 again. Seems like I'm really going to skip the animals in this map. Unless they are enchanted. There's a person. This is a ganker basically, so I guess I have to walk towards the roads portal. He's not in a group, it seems like. But that may be fake. This does not necessarily have to be the truth. He may have left his group, so I feel safe. Now I'm close to the roads. Nobody's chasing me. I guess I can go on. There's a guy. This guy is fine. I don't mind. Oh, there's hide. I'll take that and I'll go back for the tree, I think. I found a lot of trees that had a lot of pieces. And this one has a lot of pieces as well. This tier 6 wood is not worth too much, but I'm getting a lot of it. Getting pretty high amounts of it. I'm running around for 13 minutes and I already have so much tier 6 wood worth 130k or something. Yep. While also having other stuff that's also relatively valuable. Not too terrible. Filling these books pretty quickly as well. But let's see, I think I'm going to go relatively directly into the tier 7 forest map to the southeast. And potentially also even deeper into the tier 8 maps. There are 2 tier 8 maps that I can enter from the tier 7 forest that I'm going to enter. Quite a lot of wood in here though. Maybe I shouldn't be leaving this map. Maybe I should just fill my whole inventory. There's so much stuff in this map. I'm already at 35% carry weight. Maybe I could get to 100% in this map. Also potential is quite a bit higher in the tier 7 forest. Or actually good stuff. But it's most likely also much more dangerous than this. Silly tier 6 map. One out of 5. 1 out of 5. But probably a 5 out of 5 tree, yeah. So much wood. Perfect. For what I'm trying to do here. 6.1. Probably only 1 out of 5. There's potential, and maybe I'm lucky getting premium bonus and gather bonus. Oh, never mind. It's just a bear. Never mind. Okay. Pretty close to entering the tier 7 forest. Considering how much stuff I'm finding here, I maybe should just be clearing out this whole map. There's so much tier 6 wood for some reason. But maybe some people are just discouraged right now because of the disconnect problems like 1 hour ago or so. Who knows? Oh, and of course it's also a Monday. Not too many people should be playing on a Monday. People got work to do. Okay, okay. Here I'm seeing a lot of corpses. But I also was pretty much running around at the edge of the map usually being pretty empty. Let's see if I can find... I mean, I'm not expecting to find much hide. Sadly, some basalt is also gone. Let's see, let's see what I can find in this map. How dangerous it's going to be. The road portal there in the north is pretty nice. This is a lumberjack. Lumberjack doing PvE, I guess. It's not good to find a lumberjack. Because he could be taking all the nice wood. Doesn't seem like he has done so. The road portal is really good for escaping. 7 out of 7 charges as well. Pretty nice. Maybe it's dangerous. But seeing the Gatherer kind of is a sign for this map to be not too dangerous. He wasn't in a group. And still he's surviving. Still he's running around here, gathering. So much wood. Yeah, I may just go the same route again. Maybe I'm getting to 100% carry weight very quickly. It's possible. And then I'll just gather the rest of the tier 6 map and gather the rest of this tier 7 map. It may be a good idea. It depends on how far I'm getting here in this map. The height seems to be gone, but so much tier 6 wood. Maybe I'm going to get another toe. If it continues like this, it's definitely possible. Getting so many pieces of tier 6 wood. Most likely not extremely profitable. Oh, there's 6.2. There's a person. I sadly was too slow to check this guy out. He saw me mounting up though, so I don't think he's going to gank me with invisibility right now. But I'm going to mount up one time to see if I have a red exclamation mark over my head. I don't. Because if somebody was invisible and right next to me, I would have gotten such an exclamation mark over my head. I'm not too worried. It must have seemed to him that I'm very careful, since I mounted up very quickly, even though he wasn't the original reason why I was mounting up. In that moment, 59% carry weight. Let's see if I get to 100% carry weight in one pork pie. Would be pretty funny, but definitely possible, considering the amounts of wood I'm finding here. Would be nice to find some tier 7 wood as well, I think. I mean, at least for leveling it would be nice. Efficiency-wise, profit-wise, it's maybe even better for me right now to find tier 6 wood. Because I'm getting a higher gathering bonus. I'm gathering it much quicker. So it's maybe more profitable for me to find a lot of tier 6 wood. Definitely possible. Since tier 7 wood is not extremely valuable. There's not a very high difference between these two tiers of wood. This being like 600 silver per piece, tier 7 wood being like 1000 or 1100, I don't know the price right now. I think I'm going to gather in the area first and then check out the rest. There's a person, it's a bloodletter and a swiftclaw in a group. Now he hopefully vanished. Now I can stop pretending to run away towards the east. I'm still very close to the roads, even though there's one annoying cliff in the way. I still think I should be relatively safe. It's possible that this guy had different gear in his inventory. Because what he was using was basically runaway gear, skip gear, stuff like that. Nothing you can really do anything with. And he had a swiftclaw. Swiftclaw being way too expensive for using tier 4 bloodletter. Possible that he was transporting, but also possible that he was just doing something completely different and switched to this runaway gear while running around in the black zone, hoping that he has higher chances of survival with that. I think the chances are good that I'm going to get to 100% carry weight before my pork pie runs out. I'm definitely finding more resources in this map right now than in the tier 6 map. So maybe I would want to skip the tier 6 map even. And directly walk into this map and gather here. But it may also just be this wood gathering area that's so full of resources right now. Somebody has been gathering here though. A lot of low stacks. Haven't seen any gankers yet. I mean, people who are ganking should be relatively busy in the 2 tier 8 zones that are in the southwest and the southeast. Southwest being a tier 8 forest, potentially interesting, but also potentially dangerous. Pretty dangerous map usually. I was fishing a lot in this map. 82% carry weight. No tier 7 wood in this area, which is kinda sad. But that's how it usually is. Usually there's no... There are no tier 7 resources in the big gathering areas in tier 7 maps. For some reason. But as I said, it is possibly even better. The profit per time. But I personally would really like to level up my tier 7 wood as well. Should be pretty good loot though. Even though I'm gathering such a low value resource. Relatively speaking. Getting such huge amounts of that in such a low amount of time should be pretty efficient. Even though a lot of these trees are on 1 out of 5, I do find a couple of 5 out of 5 trees here and there. Probably newly spawned stacks. But I probably don't need to go into this area again if I want to come back here and continue gathering here. Which I probably will do. Really looks relatively safe so far. Didn't see anybody dangerous yet. I mean, I kind of saw somebody dangerous. There was a name. I think I can take a little bit more and then I want to move a bit. Do I want to move further or is it fine? Oh. Invisibility gank? I had the exclamation mark over my head when I dismounted. So, definitely possible. When I was again a ganker, definitely. So must have been an invisibility gank. He went invisible. And I'm going to move towards the roads portal. There's another person, no, it's the same guy, and he went invisible. Now he's not invisible anymore. He was killing a mob. I'm going to pretend to go into the roads. I don't want to get chased by this guy. And I'm going to check out the ore area quickly. Just to give him some time. Hmm. 6 minutes on my food. High tier stuff, but empty. Good old roads of Avalon. The other ore area is very close. So I think I'm going to take a look at the other ore area as well. Yeah. Let's give this guy a little bit more time. He's most likely not alone either. Tier 5 only. Really terrible. Okay, time to go back. High Tree Dale. I could... I'm on 95% carry rate. I'm going to go to High Tree Dale, teleport back, and start the run again. Sounds pretty good. Definitely am vanishing from his radar now by doing this. Teleporting here costs me 179k. Teleporting from High Tree Dale should cost much less. 4.2 height. Okay, teleporting 26k. High Tree Dale may be very close, yeah, to Limhurst. Extremely close. The starting map, very low teleport costs. And then let's try to go to Timberslope Grove again. Really seemed like there's definitely a lot of stuff for me to gather still. But I will have to see how the... Oh, there's loot. Let's put it somewhere else. Here. I will have to see if I'll get chased. Which may happen. But I guess 2 pork pies are going to be enough. What could go wrong? I mean, my pork pie is still not gone. I definitely didn't make crazy amounts of money, but I almost made 2 million per hour. Running around for 31 minutes now. Add a little bit of teleport cost. This time I'm going to gather in the south of the tier 6 map. And then I'm going to enter the tier 7 forest again. I found quite a bit of tier 6 wood in the tier 6 forest. Should be fine. Definitely not worth it to lose my invisibility to check this small green chest there. That already has been opened. Oh, I had to take more lumberjack giants with me actually. Whoops, forgot about that. Forgot about that. I filled like 5 tier 6 journals in that time. Hopefully I find tons of stone or something. So I will not waste too much. Actually forgot to take the journals. Timberslope Grove. I mean, in theory, I could also take a peek into the tier 7 snow map in the southwest for journal efficiency. But I probably shouldn't. Gathering gear should be more significant than journals. I'm only going to waste like 2 journals also. And tier 6 lumberjack journals are not even that valuable compared to other journals. Getting like 20k profit per full lumberjack journal. Three out of 5. That's already interesting. I'll take that. Does this mean that I want to kill these wolves? Probably not. Probably not. Resetting mobs like this. So nice. goodbye. 6.1 again, definitely taking that. Need to eat my pork pie though. 1 out of 5, not too great. I don't think that I'm going to take a look into the Tier 7 snow map. I'll go into the Tier 7 forest again. I am pretty close to the Tier 7 snow map. But the Tier 7 snow map? Well, it's not that insanely close to Fort Sterling. People like to gank in there though. Maybe I'll take a look. I'll take a look. It could be good. Could be good. Maybe I should just immediately go into the Tier 7 forest again. Because that definitely seemed to be pretty good. Didn't find any Tier 7 wood there. Tier 6 animal corpses were lying around everywhere. But there was a ganker. Ganker's good. Good for getting rid of my competition. I'll still take a look into the Tier 7 snow map. I haven't been there for forever. Where do I want to take a look? 2 out of 5 is not bad already. I want to take a look at the north. The north would be the best place for resources. But it's also the place where everybody else would go through. How many pieces are on this? 5 out of 5. Freshly respawned? I mean, 1 out of 5. So far I'm getting good vibes, you know. 2 out of 5, also not bad. Considering that that's the edge of this map. A green wisp. Pretty useless. 5 out of 5. I mean, when I was running around in the Tier 6 swamp, I also found tons of Tier 6 fiber. Checking out such suboptimal maps may not be the worst idea. Okay. Now I'll look. Now I'll see what this map is really like. Here, this plateau has tons of potential. Now the question will be how many people have been gathering here. And now I'll see it pretty clearly. Oh, wait a second, there's Tier 7 fiber. I'm going to turn around for that. Tier 7 fiber is still slightly better than Tier 7 wood, Tier 7 ore. And Tier 7 stone? Yeah, should still be a little bit better than Tier 7 stone. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe basalt is better than sunflex right now. Let's see if I can get some basalt somewhere. And then compare. Looks like 1.48. Basalt was also like 1.4 somewhere in the not so distant past. Kinda sucks to have lumberjack gear in this map though. Would be quite a bit better to have fiber or ore gear. If I don't find insane amounts of stuff here, I will... Okay, tier 7 ore. I will quickly check out the east part here, and then... Those amounts of stuff are not terrible. And then go to the tier 7 forest. This stuff is not terrible. Wrong gathering gear for this area though. And I should get a pretty bad price in Port Sterling for these kinds of resources, since it's the main city for this stuff. Most of this stuff should be sold in Fort Sterling, meaning I will get the worst prices possible on the Royal Continent. But if I find tons of stuff like this, then it's still probably profitable. A person, not dangerous. Solo bow gear. Either PvE or PvP. Can also play that in corrupted dungeons. This guy seems to be very interested in me though. Or is he? Hard to say. The stuff is pretty full. But I also saw quite a bit of tier 7 stuff that hasn't been there yet. Do I want to check out the edge? Do I just want to quickly go to the east part and see if there's stuff? Because the amount of tier 6 resources I'm finding here is kind of interesting. The tier 7 stuff is not that. Findable. Some tier 6 stuff, a circle moving. I'm going to check out the small plateau as well. Not a lot of basalt, not a lot of sunflax. Quite a bit of tier 6 stuff though. The circle vanished, I don't like that. That's not good. This may mean that a ganking group has entered this map and split up to cover and explore as much space as possible. But they may also just have zoned back, they may also just have went into the static. If it really was a ganking group, it would be a bad sign for them if they showed up as a circle. Unless they were just ganking right now, right there. Yeah, the tier 7 stuff is gone. Do I even want to look at the east? I mean, I'm obviously gathering tier 6 stuff as well, so... maybe worth it, since I'm still finding a lot of that. But I feel like I found quite a lot of tier 6 wood. And the tier 7 forest, so maybe I should not be spending my time here. But it's a tier 7 map. If I find enchanted stuff, it can be pretty valuable. I'll only take a quick look here. 1 out of 5 is not good. Getting attacked by this thing is also not very good. So a quick look at this situation here. Looks pretty empty. I'll go one step further though. And then right back towards the exit at the edge of the map. Potentially finding a 7.3 or elemental. Making me rich. But yeah, also all the basalt is gone. But basalt has a good price right now. So it's very understandable. I would also take that stuff. But it's really time to get back into the tier 7 forest, I think. Felt like there was a lot of stuff. I mean, I wouldn't have left if my carry rate wasn't so high already at that point. And which I did. But this way it was pretty convenient, and I may even... I will take a look at how high the teleport costs are. If those teleport costs are much higher than those 26k from High Tree Dale, I may walk the way through the road portal again to save the silver. Depending on how far I am away from the Roads of Avalon portal. Because if it takes me like 10 minutes to walk this whole way, then I'm losing 400k silver anyways, or even more, by just wasting my time walking. May be more efficient to just teleport in some of these scenarios. The chest would be kind of interesting and nice, but I don't think I have a very high chance of getting that, especially since I would come like, let's say, 20 seconds too late. And people have died on this map. And I've seen a decent amount of people in the tier 7 map. I mean, right in the beginning there was even some aggressive gatherer attacking me. Not being scared to be in combat, which is kind of crazy. Having a lot of hope. A lot of optimism concerning his W boots combo, Iron Will plus a minor boots. But maybe he was just in a group. Definitely possible. 5.2 stone should still be the biggest garbage on the planet, but let's take a look. It is worth 488. That's not that insanely terrible anymore. It has been much worse already. So maybe a time will come where it will be possible again to gather normal stone resources. Would be nice. Back into the wood area? Chest opens in 2 minutes. It's good to get some distance between me and that. Where there are resources in the north. The roads portal is definitely very nice. 6.2 height is also very nice. Sadly only one piece though. But almost all the wood in the big area should be on one piece now, at least central, western, northern, southern part, there where I have been gathering already. But I haven't checked out the east yet, I think. I don't think I did that. So probably, I mean, how much time did pass? Not too much. Most of the stuff should still be gone. So I'll ride around it, I will not check the whole area again. Rather check the places where I haven't been yet. I mean, I've seen that tier 7 lumberjack, but he may have gotten chased out of this map. by that one ganker, or maybe that one ganker was also in a ganking group, which is not very unlikely. Definitely rather on the likely side of things. %49 carry rate. It may happen again that I will get to 100% carry weight before my pork pie runs out. Even though I have spent time in the tier 7 snow map. One person died. There's an aspect. Or no, it's a titan. It's a titan. Actually a titan. Would kinda like to gather it, but to be honest, it's probably not worth it. Either not worth the risk when you try to do it with like 3 people only, or not worth the profit when you do it with like 5 people and not so expensive gear, which is probably possible. Playing some tank, some healer, 3 DPS on maybe tier 7 gear, tier 6 gear. But sharing the loot between so many people, probably not worth it. Tons of wood, once again. Shady's back. Just need to be very careful. I really need to see these names on my screen, because invisibility gangs are pretty rough. If those people are in groups. The solo person ganking me with invisibility doesn't matter, because my boots are not purgeable. There's no way somebody can catch me. Unless he has CC that interrupts my boots. But solo gankers don't have that. And if they do have that, then they have too little mobility to catch me anyways, where I don't even need boots. But usually like bare paws solo gankers will not have any chance of actually catching me, since they cannot purge my boots. 63% carry rate and still 12 minutes to go. It will get close. I will probably replenish my pork pie. Definitely not worth the risk to run out of pork pie and then getting overweight. Better just spend those 4,000 silver. May even kill me if I get slowed for a moment. Depending on the situation. So far, so calm. I would guess that those tier 8 maps are relatively empty though. I probably won't get much more money there. Comparatively. I would probably get chased there more often and for longer amounts of time, probably. People dying in different locations. Kinda feels like ganking group when somebody dies there on the street, but it may also have been a chase out of the tier 8 map into this map and they got him here. Also possible. The edge of the map. Will I find resources here? I mean, 7.1 would be pretty nice. I'm pretty close to the roads portal, but I'm getting further and further away. It's getting more and more dangerous. Being here in the northeast is pretty damn dangerous. Somebody finds me there and has people nearby. It may get ugly. Stuff on the edge is pretty empty, sadly. even though it's pretty dangerous here. Can you put a public hideout as your home? If it's not in your alliance or guild? Is that doable? If yes, then it may be pretty safe for some people to gather here. And likewise would explain why all the resources here in the northeast are. This is a ganker and I'm in a terrible position. I'm in a terrible position. Okay, what would be my highest chances? Probably the roads portal. Yeah, pretty much. The roads portal. Him hitting that is pretty bad. This guy not hitting is very good. They have a lot of people. This is pretty bad. Oh no! This guy in the west was just some random person, so I would have gotten out there. I kind of could have dodged the permafrost. It was relatively predictable that he would cast in front of me after jumping like this, and if I dodged that, I may have gotten through. Oh. That one beer park guy hitting me was kind of sad for me. They really had a lot of people already waiting for me dismounted in a lot of directions. I also thought about going to the southeast, but I definitely didn't know from which side they were coming. The people in the beginning were coming from the north, so it was very likely that they would have some people covering the way to the roads portal. Maybe it was a bad idea to go this way, but my boar is so slow compared to wolves. So it would be relatively unlikely for me to ever be able to reach Swiftsands Chaparral. Probably my best chance was to go to this roads portal. This map here is relatively dangerous because it's so close to these two tier 8 maps. There will be good ganking groups in these two tier 8 maps. And they will from time to time come to this map, clear it from gatherers and all the other guys, and then go back to their tier 8 maps where they will get more loot. I mean, in such a situation I would have, of course, survived with the Gallant Horse. No problem at all. Way more movement speed. With the Gallant Horse I would have had the opportunity, the option to actually go to the southeast as well, because my mount is not much slower than the wolves. But I also wouldn't have gotten dismounted, because I could have just used my ability. But the problem with the Gallant Horse is that I would not have had that much carry weight. Well. So my gear is worth like 1.5 million. So this run I actually lost some money. Minus 600k basically. Maybe minus 700k. Not 100% sure. I mean, it is a very terrible position to be here. Of course, I would have easily survived if there was an exit right here in the northeast. There was no way they could have cut off my way towards that. When they have like 6, 7, 8 people waiting dismounted in the west of me. Unless there are a 20-man group who also got like 3 people waiting on the exit. Then I may die anyways. But kind of rough, kind of interesting. They were very fast. Unlucky.